Welcome, everyone. My name is Katie, and I am an educator at the UMFA. For this 5-minute art break, we'll be exploring the function of ceremonial artwork by looking at a Hunping Urn of the soul before designing our own ceremonial artwork. Let's look carefully at this work. Pretend your eyes are a scanner. Starting with the bottom, slowly work your eyes up this artwork to take in every little detail. Consider these questions. What's the first thing that catches your eye? Why? How do you think this might have been made? What techniques and materials might have been used? This Hunping Urn of the soul was created by an unrecognized artist from the 4th century in China. This was during the Jin dynasty. Early potters during this time experimented with glazes for stoneware. This lime glaze would eventually evolve into the popular celadon green glaze that is still used today. As a stoneware, this urn didn't require a glaze. Fired at a high temperature, about 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit, stoneware is a denser and non-porous ceramic. So this glaze is purely for its style and decoration. It doesn't need a sealant to keep water from absorbing. Here you can see the non-glazed bottom in contrast. This urn has not only survived over 1,700 years, but the practices and techniques of stoneware ceramics are used by potters around the world today. This work is 17 inches tall and has a 9.5-inch diameter. To put this in perspective, the diameter is about the same as a basketball. Every artwork and object in our lives has a story, from who made it and where and when, to who used it, where it traveled, and its purpose. Artworks that serve a purpose besides being looked at and appreciated visually are considered functional art. Sometimes this function is ceremonial. It can be important for a celebration, ritual, worship, or even just in someone's personal life. What do you think the decorative details mean? What do you think this vessel was used for? What are some ideas for the story of this art object? This artwork is a Hunping ceramic or urn of the soul. What do you think that could mean? Now, what ideas do you have for the purpose of this work? For some, this work and others like it have the special function of being a storage vessel for the soul. It fulfills spiritual needs rather than being utilitarian and fulfilling basic physical needs like food, shelter, clothing, etc. With that idea, look a bit closer. What care and details do you see that may demonstrate the importance of having this be a final resting place for someone's soul? Death and burial traditions and rituals can be different for everyone and extremely personal and culturally significant. But we can find similarities all over the world, like with this urn from Jin Dynasty China that shows respect and love. Rituals can be simple routines or a purposeful part of ceremonies. Some shared ceremonial rituals in life might include birth, marriage, a coming of age, birthday celebrations, anniversaries. Rituals can be a part of life and culture in ways we may not be fully aware of, like brushing our teeth, getting ready for school or bed, spending some time doing daily affirmations or meditations, or even listening to your favorite song when you need a pick-me-up. What are some different rituals in your life? What are the objects associated with those rituals? Today, we'll be designing a new object that has a ritual function for you. First, we will organize our ideas for the rituals we experience. Then, we will make an illustration of one of our ideas. The materials you will need are paper, pencil, something to add color, collage materials like magazines, images from the internet, photos, objects, and scissors and glue. Start by folding your paper into thirds. On the left side is your inspiration board. Draw, collage, write, and add in anything that reminds you of any ritual you have in your life. Try to include at least one ceremonial and one everyday ritual. Looking at your inspiration board, pick one specific ritual and write it in your middle section of paper at the top. below, brainstorm and list as many different types of objects that might be part of this chosen ritual. Circle one of the objects listed that you'd like to focus on to enhance your ritual. This enhancement might be creating a new design of the object with additional embellishments or creating an accessory to go with the object. Draw a diagram of your ceramic object on the right side of the paper, adding important details and functions that the object will need. Include the size and techniques you would use. On your diagram, point out its specific components, including colors, glazes, textures, and any extra details. Great work, everyone. As you go about your day, pay special attention to the objects we use in our daily rituals and how their function and design comes together. Thank you for joining us and taking an art break with this Hunping Urn.